Namaskar. On International Women's Day, we salute all women who we have come across our lives, and in some or the other way they have inspired us, irrespective of their status in the society. But we do need to talk about those special few who have dared to do things differently. One such is Colonel Dr. Sumita Pattanayak, Director, RTI, Integrated Headquarters, Ministry of Defence, Army, New Delhi. Colonel Dr. Sumita has been a student of D'Souza School, Rourkela, and she is a Rourkelite to the core. Welcome to our studios, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I must tell you that I'm feeling thrilled to sit alongside a superwoman.
Yeah, Suprita, I think so am I. Before we go ahead,
Yes.
I think, first of all, Jai Hind and a very good evening to all those of you who are listening to me right now. It's a very nostalgic feeling here.
Yes.
Why? I have a reason saying so. And yes, I have started believing that, life is a circle.
It comes to a full circle.
A circle, and it is true. I think this was the place where I was introduced and exposed to media. And I have done a lot of news reading here,
Yes.
now maybe 20 years back. So it's a great, great feeling.
Yes, of course.
Thanks for having me here.
Thank you for giving us your valuable time. Now, to begin with, from this small industrial town of Rourkela to the highest corridors of the defense sector, how was your journey and how has your journey been throughout till now?
Yes, it is true and right. I was born in a middle class family to humble means and absolutely to incredible and philanthropic parents. Dr. U.K. Pattanayak, my father, and angel-like mother, Mrs. Chaya Nandini, and sister to 4 siblings. So we are just superheroes to each other, and we draw a lot of super healing powers
From
to
each other.
Yeah,
Yes.
from each other. So with this amazing support system in the family as my backbone, I think, I have been able to sail through with whatever was my dream. And these important people in my life made it happen with their motivation, their support, being with me in all my ups and downs of life. Most importantly is believing me in my dreams and helping me to realize it.
That is a big support, yes.
So, yes, I think I owe a big debt of gratitude to all these loved ones in my family, and today whatever I am, it is because of them. I thank all of them and really, really indebted to them. So, when you talk about a women soldier in the Indian Army, here I would like to mention that today when I sit here, I don't sit just as a very successful woman, but as a colonel of Indian Army. And Indian Army, which is the 3rd largest standing army in the world, with 1.4 million active soldiers and 1 million reserve personnel and 2.4 million paramilitary forces. So if we do our mathematics a little right, this becomes the world's largest military force. Mm-hmm. So now a women soldier, as I represent the defense forces, is the strength, or I represent the testament, I would say. I am a testament to the strength, resilience, and determination that every woman embodies in all the fields, including the military, that is the army.
Of course.
And also to mention that the journey of a soldier in the Indian Army is a very heroic one.
Of course.
And it is that of courage, strength, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to serve the nation. Every day we face challenges to test our physical and mental strength.
Right.
We are put under rigorous training, harsh conditions, only to stand firm in the face of adversity. Now, despite knowing all these things, one stands tall, knowing that there is nothing more valuable than contributing in serving towards the defense of one's own nation. So, yes, we are not only a role model or mentor or leaders in the army. I think we are an inspiration to the next generation of
Yes,
women,
of course.
to show them and tell them that, you know, you too can dream big and reach the stars.
Which brings me to the next question. I'm very curious to know, when you started and when you entered this field, I mean, this was a very less road traveled upon. So what or who inspired you to get into this very challenging force?
Okay, so here I think I would like to mention that what I remember is from my childhood days. Yes, I have done my schooling from D'Souza English medium school, and I'm really thankful to my alma mater for making me of what I am today. So, you know, when I was in my class 3rd or 4th, maybe, you know, when I started to gain my senses and think well, as the recess bell would ring, while other children would run to the swings under the mulberry trees, I would just run to climb the hill which was behind the school.
Oh, okay.
And
it started quite young.
Yeah, with a chalk pocketed from the teacher's chalk box. Okay. And I would just climb, make a mark on a rock or a tree, and then climb down. So this became an everyday affair, and but with a difference. Every day I would do the same thing, but climb few steps extra.
All right, okay.
But what was not different was that 5 minutes of kneel down before the class.
Okay.
I'm talking about the period, the subsequent period after the recess, and the teacher got used to it. So I think that I call this hill as my mama hill. I think it was preparing me for the endurance and the tough training which was waiting for me in the army. And that's the day, I think, since my childhood, I thought of doing something very challenging. Here, I would also like to mention that I have done my college from SKDAV College, and it was the last day of my honors zoology practical. And the gentleman, the external who was to come and conduct the viva was from Utkal University. So after having answered all his viva questions, the next question to me from him was, okay, Sumita, what next? So maybe he was asking that, you know, what next means, where do you want to do your MSc, or where are you planning to get married? But a prompt,
the usual question.
A usual question during that phase of life. So a prompt reply from my side saying that, sir, I want to do something different and very challenging, like Robert Frost did.
Ah, yes.
So he just looked at me, continued to be knowledgeable on what Robert Frost did. He says, okay, all the very best, and become a Robert Frost, another Robert Frost, and just let me know.
Okay.
So I think that was the time which was the first trigger when I thought that I want to choose a road less taken or less traveled, or which has been less trodden by the women folk. So yes, thereafter I think I can continue. I did my MBA, got settled with a job, but the quest, the thirst of doing something challenging was still not making me put at rest.
That is what, when I went through your resume, you have a lot of qualifications, educational qualifications and goals. So was it because it was necessary for you to climb up the order with these educational qualifications, or it was just your thirst for knowledge?
No, I think the thirst for adventure, doing something challenging and doing something different, which, that time women were not very much into. So I think, and to wear the uniform and to also serve the country was my main aim and ambition.
A very different thought.
Yes.
Very, very different thought. It's very out of the box kind of thought that you had. And of course, that's why you are here.
Thank you so much.
So, since you were born and brought up in Rourkela, and you keep coming and going, but still then, what are the major differences that you find about Rourkela then and Rourkela now? What has changed and what hasn't changed?
Okay, a simple answer to your question is, Rourkela is a smart city.
Yes.
But here, on a lighter vein, I think Rourkela and Rourkelites were already smart.
Yes.
Since long, I think only the mission took some time to declare it as a smart city. Okay, so coming to the major changes which I see now is, I think, a change everywhere. It has just got metamorphosed.
Right.
And every place you see seems to be like a state of art, be it infrastructure, be it roads, be it amenities, be it the airport, be it the malls, be it the hockey stadium.
Right.
I think I can see and sense an international standard everywhere. And I think kudos and salute to the RSP administration and to the head and the team who has been really, really taking efforts to bring Rourkela Steel Township into such a state.
This is why they say probably you can take a Rourkelite out of Rourkela, but you can't take Rourkela out of a Rourkelite.
Absolutely, I agree to it. No two ways about it, yes.
So, next important question is your take on work-life balance, especially for all the girls and all the women out there. How do you, especially with this kind of a challenging job that you have in hand, how do you balance your life and your work?
Yeah, I think this is a very, very pertinent question that every working lady, I would say, faces in her life. And she knows how to do it. So if I talk about my foot in the shoes which I am wearing, one needs to be a superwoman. You really, really need to create a balance between your personal and professional life, especially being in uniform.
Yes.
But I think nothing is impossible. My life's philosophy has been that I have never given a place of नहीं होगा in my dictionary. मैंने हरदम ये सोचा कि ये कैसे होगा. और इस सोच के साथ I think I have been able to take up everything that came my way as a challenge. And I think you need to plan, prioritize, and do a little time management. And of course, here I would like to mention that you really need to have a strong support system, be it in terms of your own husband, your parents, your friends, because you are a woman and you have multiple roles of being a mother, being a bahu, being a wife, and being a professional. So everywhere you have to do justice. So here I think it is mutual. If a husband is also left without a wife's support, I don't think he'll be able to, accelerate in a manner which he would have not been, if he did not have a support
Right.
at the backdrop. So yes, I think everything is possible, and one has to dream and be consistent.
Most important.
Never quit.
Never quit.
I
Right.
think this is the biggest thing, that if one has learnt not to quit and to be consistent with whatever she has decided, please don't allow anyone to decide for you.
Absolutely.
Right? I think you need to be very clear in your mind as to what you want in life, and you are the only one who can take out ways to reach and taste success.
Decide for yourself.
Yes.
The next question I would like to ask you, ma'am, is, was there a time when you felt that I should give up now? It's going to be very difficult and अब तो मेरे से नहीं होगा.
Okay, ma'am. I think, as I told you, मेरे philosophy में मेरे से नहीं होगा ये तो कभी नहीं था, but ये कैसे होगा ये ज़रूर था. Yes. I think I will share few experiences
Sure.
very quickly. That I completed my schooling from D'Souza English School, a college from SKDAV, did my MBA, got settled with a job, appeared for my SSB, cleared it, and now Sumita Pattanayak was ready. In fact, the Officers Training Academy was waiting for Sumita Pattanayak to grill me nice and proper, to kind of train me into a soldier. So the Officers Training Academy, ma'am, is the second toughest academy after Israel.
Yes, that is what we get to
So
know.
you know that the temperatures of Chennai is very, very peak during summers. So in that grilling summers, a cadet, we are called lady cadets, a lady cadet is expected to do all kind of trainings and
Equivalent to that of men?
equivalent to that of
Okay.
men. And this is one place, ma'am, the defense forces, where there is no space for gender parity, right?
Okay.
So the first day, I report to the academy. We were made to stand in a queue. Hairs got chopped off into a katori cut. And then we were issued with 4 or 5 kind of various rigs, we call, to be worn during different kind of training events. And so Sumita Pattanayak, one of the assets, I think I got a lot of compliment for my hair in my college days. So they were all, I could see them on the ground. Okay, the next day, after the PT and drill period, we were asked to report in the weapon training ground, weapon training area. And the first class, we call the trainers as ustads there. So they are not officers rank, but they are the instructors. So what we were expected, ma'am, was that to hold the SLR, SLR is the self-loading rifle, which is almost about 5 kgs, to hold it in one hand, that is your left hand, and cock it with the other hand. So with that weight, Sumita Pattanayak holds it up and it just wobbles. So that's the time you felt that, क्या ये कैसे होगा? I never thought ये नहीं होगा. So, so after a week, I think we were all, holding the SLR in one hand, cocking it, and it seemed like, we were born with an SLR and, had expertise of cocking it since then.
Yes, so easy then.
So easy. And here again, I would like to share another very funny story of, have you ever heard of people swimming vertical?
No.
No. So, but I did.
Okay.
So it was, the swimming period. So I had most of the cadets there, they had a connect with the army background or defense background. So most of them, 80% of them, they knew how to swim.
Achha.
So it was the swimming period, and we were taken to the swimming pool. So I just looked up at the 5-meter swimming board and the 10-meter swimming board. So the ustads, the instructors, what was expected out of us was that, you will jump from that diving board and come out swimming the other end. So again, Sumita Pattanayak thinks, अब क्या? मैंने बोला अब निकलना है मुझे, वहाँ से पुश हो जाएगा और मुझे अगली तरफ निकलना है. So I jumped, and the main motto, the aim in my mind was to come out at the other end. How I come out did not bother it. So it was हाथ पैर मार के ऐसे सीधा सीधा चल के. So I came out on the other side. But yes, nothing is impossible, ma'am, if you have decided. So within a week or 15 days time, we were all trained to be swimmers, and today I think I am an okay swimmer. So at one point in time when things look absolutely difficult, if you have the attitude of not quitting, I think you will be through.
Of course.
So there were many cadets who quit in between, but I did not. How? Looking at someone who was excelling, I thought that I have to, she or he is my inspiration, I have to reach him or cross him. And looking at someone who was behind me, thinking that, I was a motivation for her, and I am better than her.
Yes.
So I think that took me ahead, and I sailed through with the difficult and grilling training of Officers Training Academy.
If I may ask, when you had joined, how many lady cadets were there along with you?
Very few.
Yes.
Very few. And on the first day of the SSB, I think 80% of them were not screened in, and they were sent back, and the rest, few of us were just retained to undergo the procedure of 5 days test, which you have to go through. Stay there, wherein you are tested for your officer-like qualities, where you undergo the physical tests, the command task, the group task, the lecturate, the discussions, the situation reaction tests. And it's not that, ma'am, like the psychological test, it's not that, if you are good at one test, you are in. No. I think they are looking at the overall officer-like quality, and you are tested under crisis.
Right.
So yes, this I think I thought that I would
So I
share.
don't think luck is something which is the major factor here. It's all about your way of your approach and your hard work.
Absolutely, ma'am. If you have decided मैंने ये करना है, तो कुछ भी करके कर सकते हैं.
This is what the youngsters should probably give
Not
a
give
lot
up.
of emphasis. Yes,
Yes,
not give up.
give up at any moment or any point in time.
So though we do not want this beautiful conversation to end, we can go on and on. However, every beautiful thing has to come to an end. So your message to the youngsters aspiring to join the armed forces?
Okay, I think this is a very important question, because these days the youngsters, the young generation are in a state of thorough confusion, and I feel that for you guys, what is important is your decision, that what you have decided to become, with conviction, commitment and courage, and to facilitate all these things with determination, dedication and die-hard fan of yourself. You become your own fan.
Right.
Remembering or making yourself remember every time telling yourself, see, this is my dream and I will not waver from this. Your unwavering commitment. I think that with this, you can reach any goal that you have aspired for. So I feel, my young friends, that no goal is too ambitious, no dream is too distant, and no obstacles are too formidable.
Right.
So what I can come to know is that we are about to end our conversation. So before I sign up,
Yes.
I think I will, my parting lines would be with the 35th stanza of Rabindranath Tagore's Gitanjali.
Oh my.
So this is for you all guys and the Nari Shakti. I think why Nari Shakti? The fervor of International Women's Day celebration is still in the air and it's at the peak. जहाँ निर्भय चित्त हो, मस्तक ऊंचा, ज्ञान हो बाधाहीन, जहाँ मनुज मनुज में भेद नहीं, वो वाणी सत्यासीन. Where the world is not broken down into fragments with narrow domestic walls, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my young generation and let my Nari Shakti awake. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Bande Utkala Janani. And 3 cheers to Nari Shakti and 3 cheers to the young generation who is going to make India proud in whatever field they work or contribute.
That was wonderful.
Love you all. I love Rourkela. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was indeed a pleasure. Thank you for
Same
coming.
here, and it was likewise.
Okay.